chairman and leader, and we get the deputy chairman, governorate level. We get the governorate party chairman, and we get governorate secretary general. As we all understand, saying a great tire, we get governorate then. So as time to come, all that thing there, therefore be in progress. Okay. Now we are still on that. The APC Asian Middle East Kuwait branch party secretariat. Okay, there shall be a branch party secretariat headed by a secretary general. The branch party secretariat shall be under the supervision of the National Advisory Committee. Okay. Roman 3, the branch party secretariat shall consist of the following. So now, the try for explain to we say, okay, forget a secretariat, and of course, the secretariat is wherein all the administrative work of the party, they take place, seminar, meetings, all other things then, and that secretariat they take place. So what that secretariat is headed by the Secretary General and supervised by the National Advisory Committee. We now get for the Central Committee as of now. Time goes, we don't forget the Central. Wherein you have to get some chapters coming inside. This the branch secretariat consists of a Secretary General, Assistant Secretary General, Branch Organizing Secretary, Assistant Organizing Secretary, Public Secretary, Assistant Public Secretary, Treasurer, Head of Department for Youth, Women's Leader, International Affairs, Research and Information, Educational and Welfare. There people there na the secretariat for man the affairs of the secretariat, which headed by the Secretary General and supervised by the Advisory Committee. And this Advisory Committee, okay, you reach on that side. Okay, and comrade members, this side we so me I suggest from this public secretary for me to get here the public relation officer. Because in this case, yeah, we are also have now the organizing secretary. So I now see the public secretary. We forget again, if we don't get the public relation officer. And from there, we will get back the financial secretary for the inside after the treasurer. So now that means notes from this side. We'll get for make another addendum on that, on the staff of the secretariat.
Like that the APC I know me say then get PRO publicity secretary then get so.
Yes. No, then get at the head office. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, we just follow the steps of the head.
Yeah. No, we are the diaspora. We are the diaspora, all the region then get the PRO, all the region then, all the executive what they see, and get the PRO. And the PRO, the youth leader, the women's leader, on a very important position where they vote for national, entire the region. Any branch can produce one youth leader, they vote for him. It becomes the youth leader for the entire diaspora branches in the world for APC. The PRO back, you can see when I can see I'm okay now that group when can send them make day. Yeah, so with the branch now can create other opportunity today because the public secretary is the same as a public relation officer, right? And the publicity secretary.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he, yeah. So I make a job with them who don't make sure that we able for say I mean note who don't go through for debating now. Okay.
No problem.
Now all the above names. All the above named officers shall be elected by the National Delegates Conference, except the various heads of department who shall be appointed by the branch party chairman in consultation with the branch executive committee. All the other people here, then they vote for them or select The other one, there now, the chairman of the branch, they appoint them. They consult with the members of executive. They sit down, they consult with them, tell them that this 1 point, 1 give position. They all come together, they show them this. So now that's under the secretariat, you want the way they man the affairs, where they operate there. Now we are on the powers and the functions of the branch party officer. Yes. So now they explain now the powers then of them branch, the officers, the way they at this secretariat, which are the functions the way they get, the powers the way they get when they operate with at the secretariat, so that the secretariat will able to go the way they will able to promote the branch at the state of KUWAIT through from then officers there where they did and then get that job there. So the power now with the executive give them, now they can't tell you so now. We all get for agree on. Secretary General, he shall be the administrative head of the party. All secretarial staff is directly under the control and supervision of the Secretary General. So the Secretary General, he gets a high responsibility and the Secretariat to oversee the staffs then. The Secretary General of the yes, of course. So okay. We'll get another. The Secretary General of the APC party KUWAIT branch shall take or cause to be taken and keep in the proper book provided for the purpose of all minutes of the meeting of the National Delegates Conference, the National Advisory Committee, the National Committee, and the National Executive Committee. All the things they are now the responsibility of the Secretary General, but put all the documents here in order. In case every time they need them, the executive need them, the advisory committee, everything we want for do, the Secretary General forget the documents of the thing they are. Anything we can call for them if we're able to produce them. So this is one of the functions of the advisory, the Secretary General. Conduct short correspondence as may be required. Prepare order of business of minutes of the organs for the party with the approval of the national party chairman. So if they do any other thing then back, prepare minutes, any other thing with the chairman they approve. Supervise and control the day-to-day activity of the national branch secretariat. In the event of this dismissal, or resignation, it shall be immediately handed over to the Assistant Secretary General. So in the case wherein maybe then will dismiss him from his job or he resign, he go hand over all documentation, all office equipment to the Assistant Secretary General and make sure he make a proper handing over. So the Assistant Secretary General shall assist the Secretary in the discharge of his duty. Sometimes the Deputy Secretary General can assist and the help in case of anything for perform then the responsibilities and the functions in the Secretariat. Okay. All correspondence from the Secretariat must be issued by the Secretary General. Assistant Secretary General, he or she shall be the principal assistant to the Secretary General in the overall day-to-day running of the National Branch Party Secretariat. So now we come to the organizing secretary. Tell you the powers of the organizing secretary, which is your own role and functions the way it take or develop or run the party, go before or take the party to the level we are in office, capable of doing. Now the national the branch organizing secretary shall organize a party at all levels of the branch. The organizing secretary, they do that work there. They prepare and submit proposals for fundraising activities of the party for the consideration of the National Stock Branch Executive Committee. They prepare anything that I submit at the national. Now we get the branch executive, they can candidate. We are in the branch executive and they sit down and look at them proposal there, where the organizing secretary don't do in terms of fundraising activity, any other party activity for develop the party at the state of Kuwait. The executive they sit down and look at them. They say, well, now the organizing secretary which don't come up with so this, we'll go approve them, we'll go ahead, or this project we carry will not go approve them. So based on the seats where the executive don't sit. Roman 3, develop strategies for political campaign. All the things there are the work of the organizing secretary, and provide support for political candidates. All the work there, the financial, the organizing secretary, they do them with the approval of the executive committee. Mobilize voters for elections and ensure the registration of party members and supporters. All this are the work of the organizing secretary. To mobilize people and for go vote. They tell who they get now, convention they come. Yes. All we say for register as of now. The organizing secretary, now your responsibility for come. For tell people at the meeting, hey, una register, una do so, una go do this, the registration, they on. Yes, all in here as a member. As an organizing secretary, and I work down the. Okay. You shall channel all communication through the secretariat for approval, or otherwise. All in here we do they put in at the secretariat. So the secretary now is again for look at them, then it get the way and the area, the channel, we say the channel on for a proper approval. So that now the role and responsibility of the organizing secretary. Now we go to the national stroke branch treasurer. The treasurer keep an accurate account of all money belonging to and pay to him account of the party. Now the treasurer the tell you say now irresponsible for the money all when they pay to him when they get at the party, when the party gets, when they can't pay to run back. The treasurer in gets the right for keep the money and day. And so then tell we now we all get for agree. If we disagree on other area, okay. B, tender a quarterly statement of account. Okay. After all the treasurer don't get them documented there, they don't collect the money, they don't pay all the money on behalf of the party, they gain documents. Maybe after 6 months, the treasurer they can present the statements, say na so money I don't get, na so money I don't use, and the invoice they wire, na so I spend, and so I dispose this money. Yes, now so this money go because for any disposal, then we'll get a document wherein the chairman, the secretary, and the treasurer, then will be a signatory to that. If you want to know the chairman and the treasurer, then will sign.
Then people are all in place now.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. The all day, mama, the all day. Yes. Now get a full. The only people I will get now, we left for we now deputy secretary and the deputy PRO. And the only get now. And the only who gets now we left for we. Now we executive. You get me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So all the people then they now the day. But as soon as far as we go, we get for get them 2 people and they back or get them on board. Okay.
Yeah, we need to know them. Me like a miss, I need to know them. I'm not studying.
The executive?
Because before they get they all big name there. So we need to know them, we remember.
Okay, well, not a problem. The time make us see the time they come back because the last meeting will old. Yes, sir.
If you don't know, you will know them. But they inside the work. Why will you know them? Now, practical meeting. I'm not so magic. Yeah, tell her name. Yeah, not so magic. They come meeting. They meet to all. Yeah.
Tell her now. Talk so. Tell her how that talk.
And the financial secretary, I they talk to you, so yeah.
Okay.
When you come meeting, you will meet to all. Yeah, salon baby. When you come meeting, you will meet to all. Yeah.
I go recommend you, madam, make you the deputy PRO. But look, they talk too much.
Okay, Salon baby.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate the way he asked question and I'm glad for way he asked back. And the last
Thank
meeting
you.
we open on Friday, we call the members of the executive, call them, all the executive, we call them that past Friday. I present them to the people and they know them. But you're rather unfortunate, you the working side. But nevertheless, that man will talk to his show now with financial secretary and they deal with all the money where they write the money, they hand over to the treasurer. For any money where they can at this branch, that man and the writer. For registration of a collect money, that man and did one. So now the financial secretary, now talk so. Yes.
Inshallah, most of
And
you one day.
okay, you go okay, time go come back, we'll go
Yeah.
hold online meeting for sure na back. Okay, not a problem. Inshallah, we come on do. When you can tell meeting, you go must see. If you say be happy for one for see you now, for all come together.
Inshallah.
Yeah.
Same time.
So okay. Okay. Now we are talking now, we're still on the treasurer. See, receive and give receipt for all money paid to him in respect of subscription, donation, or fund from whatever undertaking of the party, of the APC party. This man, he gets a very huge responsibility when he carry. For any money when he receive, when a donation, fundraising, when they can't get the party, any side when the money come up for this Kuwait branch na party na this man when the treasurer, then they keep this money, then they hold them, the treasurer, then they hold this money, then they make sure if they get receipt, he get receipt for whatsoever money he disburse. For whatsoever money he receive, when the tendency they forget receipt, they do sign. So this the treasurer and I work down the really the type of analyze at the secretariat. D, pay out all other fully countersigning by the Secretary General on behalf of the party for any other document, for anything we then do, we then pay out to the Secretary General on behalf of the party. This man is a garage for take document for sign on that and extra money issue. This man get the right. And this man, okay, keep a cash book and other subsidiary book necessary for the proper and accurate accounting for all monies received or disbursed on account of the party. This man, and they keep the book there, the financial book, the money where the book they keep them, and they keep back, back the account man for the branch. So for any money where it disbursed, where it received, again for get accurate account, correct information to the branch. Say this money now so they use more. This money now money will cancel you na this. So yeah, the treasurer and responsibility, one of the responsibilities, and they make prompt discharge of all monies received by paying same into the savings bank or other bank account. All the work there are the work of the treasurer. We receive money for go pay at the account, all the things they prepare a balance sheet and other book of accounts and submit them to the auditor not later than 31 December each year. So you see, if we decide say this treasurer now every end of year it submit a report, it prepare a report. We don't prepare this report, again for submit to the auditor general. The auditor general back instead you watch this report here, and look at and say all the organs for all the branch of the party now, all the other area offices then where this treasurer a money transaction they don't collect everything, all the reports we give is correct to the Secretary General and the auditor is again for take this report here, he confirm and say yes, the auditor they make the what this here pool accurate and good and correct results reports in the treasurer again. Because and therefore for any report to the commodity, the auditor get for us know and see that report day.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now when you go now the publicity, secretary. Now, yeah, the role of the publicity secretary, they tell me say that the national publicity secretary shall be the responsible for all publicity activity of the party, including holding of seminars, disseminating party information, publishing of lectures, etc., etc. So you see, where the work they are just the same, the publicity and the PRO. But just because at the headquarters, they get the publicity secretary. When I see the attorneys can go at the media for do other all online and talk show on make. So the dashboard, I will get the PRO that's and get the way and day. Because the work where the publicity secretary they do, and the PRO they do, they go at the media for inform all the way concerning about the party information. For get people in for can give the people in sensitize them about the party and the work of the PRO. For tell people about the party and the work of the PRO. Then they come for disseminate message information. So whosoever it be member or non-member or hence the message going at the public, because if you are not a member, maybe it can be motivated due to the development of the party, what they do now the country where it will be more motivated. So that join this political party. A party will get a good aims and objectives. And the way I say the work with Anaya, let me self join them. So now would I go do that the PRO because a message the way this may disseminate for anything so far where the party want to do Naya, where they want talking at the public, at the PRO they talk. So you see the role of the PRO for anything where they say for the seminar, anything, even for say, okay, now we'll get a seminar for go do any other thing, the PRO they come, now enroll down the for go educate people and say, now this for do. Now this the party for do. They call all people and come and the role of the public relation officer. So itself it gets a vital role as we see at the group and the forums then you go back and forth, length and breadth for the any iota of information for me it reach the members then in whatsoever little way we able inside the fighter.
Okay. For that.
Okay. He said, God bless you for listening. Salome baby.
Amen.
Okay. Now it gets in deputy, and deputy always say if you work with him, if he not able for do something busy, you can call say, deputy, this information yeah, and for sale and the group. Deputy that for do this and for do this, and you work hand in glove. Yeah. Also, we get the auditor. Of course, I will not explain the role of the auditor. Where there is any thing so far, instead get the right for go to any office, you go check. You go to the office of the chairman. You go get internal and external auditor. You go check at the office of the chairman. You go check at the office of the secretary. You go check at the office of the treasurer, the financial secretary. You go check because in there for audit. When you say for audit, and possibly in there for check for no for anything where if you see you know go down well according to, and you go check you out of this book, out of them law they are now in that person you go check see according to the laws the way we all don't agree put at this book here. Wait up, if you do something, we not coincide with this book here. When they give you money for go put in a bank, and not go put in a bank. When they can't put this money to you, and not do one. But the law tell you say we don't write this money here if we go hand over to the treasurer. Treasurer, the law book tell you say what this book here if we go put on this. So the auditor get right for check. If the auditor don't check, it gets any fault we gain from any office, and they go tender at the executive committee. The committee they sit down and look at that report day. When they don't look to her, then call whosoever in office who the reports go, then call them for give account of the reports who the executive committee receive. Okay. Okay.
I mean, therefore, do that okay. I mean, I the audit.
No see Chideba. Oh no Sabi. Shalom baby. No see you Chideba. No me see you. Okay, I don't see you Chideba.
Shalom baby, 90 so. Okay. Now when you go under finance source. Now, yeah, what they talk about finance source, when they talk about the money, the way how they get the money, when they raise money at the branch. How they raise money at the branch and the area they know where we talk about.
Temu.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, sorry for the stop you. One more show the online bar. Okay,
Huh?
able to identify with self. I said one more show the online. Okay, able to identify with self.
Okay,
Good question.
I feel we don't do that. Okay, yeah, for do self-introduction, also true.
Yeah,
Now
because
we
at
serving. Now
the
we
end of the day,
now we
the
serving.
question will not begin come up like yesterday.
So we all
Okay.
show the online.
Okay, no problem, no problem. Sorry for that. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead for make self-introduction. Let's know on the south side.
Dina Salon baby, aka Fatima Hope.
Fatima Fofana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
aka
Okay.
Fatima Fofana.
Fatima Bio.
Okay. Okay, next. Next.
Nina Lamina San Kamara Piaro.
Okay. Next.
Nina Baba Musa Conte, coordinator.
Okay,
Yeah,
next.
financial secretary Samuel Musa Sise.
Okay. Next.
Adam, I know we will talk. He said that here. Adam, I ask Kago. He didn't say why he said that here.
Okay. Not so you Mike.
Malado don't left. He said that here. Go left message at the group. Yes, he go left message at the group.
Mike.
He said you know the here.
Mike.
You know go then I meet you know the here.
Now the mic get the problem. Okay, me na Temo Bangura, I'm a youth leader. And sorry, Temo Bangura chairman.
And the Asha de Niara.
Would they stamp you there? And see, I give separate name there.
No. Me na Temo Bangura chairman and leader.
Asha de Niara. I don't say Asha de Niara.
Aye, don't go. Okay, now we are on the finance sources. We are on finance sources now, not so. Finance sources on where the area where the party they get money. Now, the area where the party they get money will get the registration fees paid by every member of the party on the day he joined the party. We get subscription, we get voluntary donation, we get return forms and fundraising activities, and we get also return forms from Divine. So the area there, now the party they make money, where it register as a member and it is subscribe 1 month done. And we get voluntary donation that we can make now. So if somebody can say, okay, permitting me, I give 1,000 KD. I give 50 KD for any program we come. I give 50 KD. Then a voluntary donation. Otherwise, now decide where the party can raise money. So we can say fundraising, donation, all the area there. Party that's very important. So now we go under custody of the fund. The way I keep the money place. Yes. So all money of the party shall be kept as specific under the functions of the treasurer in the constitution or stock bylaws. The party shall maintain bank accounts, all level of organization. So just like what we don't explain, the treasurer and they keep this money, or this money where the treasurer they keep, the party gets an account which they use. So when the treasurer hold that money, and they in charge of that side, they will put them. So just like what we don't explain, the treasurer, they're back then saying how do you keep the money at the branch. So that's okay. All withdrawal shall receive the prior approval of the chairman.
They give customer order.
All withdrawal, any withdrawal where you want to do at the branch, for any money where you want to withdraw at the branch, the chairman for no. All withdrawal shall receive the prior of the chairman and secretary general or chairman and treasurer. Now 3 people and be signatory to the account. this account here, the treasurer, the chairman, and the secretary. If it's 2 people, then the chairman, they for sign. But the treasurer and the secretary, they don't go sign. The chairman and the treasurer, they will sign. When they go withdraw the money for any program so far. So it's there to put them back in. Now, then they say the regulations of fund. The financial year of the party shall commence from the 1st day of January and the end of the 31st day of December. So we are in the all party activities and the main for the account of at the end of the year. When you come back to the auditor of account, the branch advisory.
Now we own activity and they end that monthly or then just put
yes. Which one?
They just put them.
Which one?
We say all party activities will end at the end of December.
Yes. The financial year and the financial year of the party shall commence from the 1st day of January.
All activities from the starting of January.
Yes.
Okay. Then just put an A or we need for changer.
We need for an act.
Yes, Papa Musa, you want comment?
Yes, I say we just added to what you see, PRO. All activities starting from even base financial starting from January.
Yeah.
Starting from January to December. December everything closed. Okay. Yes, but when they get final record, we will involve the auditor, treasurer, and organizing secretary. But please, I will join back in the next 50 minutes. Got the time for log off now. I dey close from work. I will join back.
No mistake. Okay, log off.
Okay. Okay. As that area you don't understand it, but not so, sir. Okay, now we still there on the audit of the account. Now, this account here, the branch advisory committee shall appoint a competent firm of accountants to audit all accounts of the party annual and present the audited account before the branch committee and the executive committee for consideration. So you see how this how the audit is still they go. Yeah, when they don't do all the auditing, then they present this auditing report to the advisory committee and the executive committee. You see how they do it? The advisory committee to the executive committee. Now, to 2 committees, then they make things in there when they present them. The account for any account when they don't make, and then they present them. So now, again, for Kano, without they form this executive committee, without they did in this executive committee, okay, special people then, but without they add up for form this executive committee, we can know the back. Now, okay, discipline of members. Now, the discipline of party members shall be exercised by the respective executive committee or the disciplinary committee of the party, depending on the level of which the disciplinary measures is called for. Any member of the party who is alleged to have done any of the following shall be liable to be punished if found guilty by the appropriate executive committee or the disciplinary committee of the party. So, of course, yeah, the don't make it clear. See, for any member, they allege because they're not going to do something, you are alleged according to the law of Sierra Leone, the constitutional common, because the constitutional common and constitution, when the Sierra Leone constitution, when they want to make this APC constitution, they say, now, then look for anything where they suit the party, the people when they just drop and down small behind the put inside they. So yeah, for anybody so far when they allege say that this do, then go bring them to justice and people and the way they investigate them. When they find them guilty now, they know they take in calls. So now that. So now the thing and this, the thing and this now when I say enough for do evidence there, it don't breach the law of this party and wait there, the APC. It don't breach the law wait for do. The areas I don't maybe they with me. Okay. Now one of the things then, some of the things then, anti-party activity. Anti-party activity. Now when they say anti-party activity, now when it do something where opposes the party, but not to the right thing for the party, they against the party when they do them. Like if you go outside, if you go make any fraud, any bad thing or the party, they take the party, if they talk negative thing about the party, they go create any other things out about the party. Yes, if you go against the party, what the party not like, now they do. For sabotage, talk bad but people then, the elders then and the executive, they may cause them do any bad thing to them. Anti-party activity, can they? Or condition himself in a manner which is likely to embarrass the party. See, now when he puts himself in a state where he embarrass the party, he embarrass the party in which way? When the party is try to go right, he say no, at this. Every time when you call up a meeting, when they come up with something when you're relevant, every time when you try to put the party down, when the party is try to go up, all these are anti-party activity. The party they against that. Now in this side, the time for explain to winner. Yeah. Okay. Now we'll get the other one. They say disobedience. So that make them tell we say the level of the crime where you commit, now in they charge you. So yeah, disobedience now where it become a disobedience at the party, disrespectful to elders, to some executive members. Now one of the things is negligence in carrying out lawful directives of the party. Like when don't put a law say that this and the party for do now, you not get time. You not get time of that when you see when left now what you want to do all than the anti-party activity because you know every party for go before. We engage you at the work then they and then kind dabaruti then they bring you to the people when the people don't get say yes what you do not true, then they find you. If you find caution or so you go inside the day. Okay. Now the other one, they say floating the rules or decision of the party. What they mean now? If this background is similar to this, floating the rules. If the rule don't say now this for do, you know they do wait till you feel for do the opposite. When I say no going that they go there, when I say today the meeting at this for do, you know you go need to attend meeting, do all kind of funny stuff then. That it don't take the decision of the party. They not respect the bylaws then. So all that there, it against the party. Engaging in dishonest practice. Yes. Where you engage yourself in the party under dishonesty. If they get money, then they give money, say, register these people where only money, they eat them. Make the party activity where you give you, they eat them. Anything when dishonesty with the party, it go down well with. So all that there, now other party activities then. Okay. Defrauding the party. Where you defraud the party, they go outside, and they use the party for collect money for the other thing they other wire a bad thing there. Where it try for spoil the party image. You see, defrauding the party, continuously being absent from meeting without reasonable excuse. Hearing Salon baby. Hello.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Then tell me, I say continuously being absent from meetings without any reasonable excuse, carrying out anti-party propaganda or any other activity which could tend to disrupt the peaceful, lawful, and efficient organization of the party. All that thing they are not in place. When they go per meeting and they count for anything, they count anything at the party, where they put the party behind, where they make the party get confusion, and where they make the party they get peace, and where they make the party they become unlawful, all the things they are, and it make the anti-party activity. If they put you, they report you to the appropriate people, and when they take measures, then after all, we don't look see which they reporting for that true, they find the way they give you for them kind of way do. So all them here are within them when they see back there. See, organization of the party which are inconsistent with the achievement of the aims and objectives of the party. Assumption of names, title, symbol. All them here back na anti-party activity where they assume if you go say me are the chairman, me are the secretary, me if they use the party in symbol, if they use the party in name for go do other things there outside. There is me now the APC party will support now get time now go loan money, all this will engage you in a problem. So, which contravene the provision of the national constitution, which they against the national constitution of the party and they are against of the bylaws of the party in Kuwait. So we engage you by the act there, the fine day when they give you punishment, the way they give you. We get for going at them punishment and they don't see. Now they say sanctions. When they say sanction, now the general reward for punishment. When they sanction you, nothing no day like when they say na host, they eat na host. So what now? Anything when na food na host, they eat that. They allow yourself for enter na pala. So you see how they do now, eh? So now sanction this now. The sanction may be imposed by the party as a disciplinary measures against any of its members, and the gravity of punishment shall depend upon the seriousness and the circumstances of each case. See how they make an anything we commit, they look at and the gravity, the value, the weight of the crime we commit. And then they look when they give you punishment. See, this crime we commit, if you're going to prison for 5 years. So if you go to prison for 5 years, you just for go pass for 5 years. They will commit a crime, we for go for 1 year, they go put you 5 years, it's injustice. So when the party they decide for explain here, they say the crime we commit, if you get the gravity of the punishment, if you look aligned. Now under the sanction to be imposed may take the form of expulsion from the party. We'll talk about expulsion from the party, then they drive you from the party. If you do any of their acts there, like they use the defrauding from the party, they use the party symbol, title, other things saying. When after they allege you, then they bring you to justice, you are found guilty. If the crime court say for exclusion from the party and drive you, neither this expulsion from the party. You get suspension. Now where it become disobedience from the party, negligence in carrying out lawful directive of the party. Then the back, after the long get all the things and this it do. Yes, the first then go suspend you from the party based on that they suspend you, and then get two types of suspension when they give you, even at school, and get definite and indefinite. Where you teacher writes, they say indefinite suspension, you don't get time. It might be 1 month, 2 months, but if you are definite, they put say social time, you're out. You resume office on social time, and this. And the other one, removal from office. If you have been Secretary General, auditor, financial secretary, public relation officer, PRO, chairman, for any of the things that we do, yes, it collects money or any other thing, they will remove you at the office. Or if you don't come for meeting, regularly not come for meeting, where the RIT you come, you're able to give no changeable explanation to the members then, executives then. That's also liable for me to write you a letter of expel from the group. This law, this party na interview, so this book will get an interview. So talking yes. Yeah. They say continuously being absent for meeting without reasonable excuse. See then, without reasonable excuse, we don't get no tangible evidence the way we're able to explain. Then they be the cause for me to write you a letter, then pull you from the group. Because why if you sit down? I mean 2, 3, 4, 5 meetings, not attend a meeting. And when you write you a letter, come not to we and the bylaws that they put here, who all you for agree on. Understand? So we'll get the other one. They say the barring from holding an office. This way also when it become a dishonest somebody, a criminal, like when you say the anti-corruption. For now, when you say the one that always don't thief, we APC can apart and then they give them office again. And from this year, it didn't have the main constitution, where it's the barring. So then they stop now from holding a public office because now we don't thief. So for anyone who don't thief, now this branch, they do any dabaru thing, where they spoil the reputation of this branch and the reputation of the executive and the entire member of the state of Kuwait as an APC. If you contest for any position, will you give question mark? Because your integrity not in place for make elite people then for make it take any position of trust.
Hello.
And this is called the barring. Hello?
Yeah, they get you. They get you now. Now they get me.
Okay. Yeah, they get you. Okay. So this then called the barring. Okay, yeah, now they say be given a fine. Like now when you become disobedient, maybe sometime when they make a meeting and they become so rude, and then they respect executive, respect elders from the party, where meeting they on, they misbehave. So because of the punishment, the gravity of the punishment we commit, they fine you according to the punishment. So because disobedience, in other case, based on that, then they fine you based on the disobedience we put on, then they fine you, and you get reprimand. Yes, reprimand also you go the same, like for get rid of you out of office, where it involved by any corrupt act. So then they reprimand you from your office. They ask you to go wait, you go facing trial based on the report who gets from you. So because integrity any longer be there for get any public position. So now the laws and this, now the punishment and this, where anybody commits a break the law of the NTR, we don't call so, and that punishment in the game. Now, the executive committee at each level. Yes, sir. Yeah.
What about we were inside? What about we, the woman who they work inside? If we the absent all the time, do they get punishment or not go forgive we because of the work holding?
Okay. We are for contribute on this question, yeah. Anyone?
Yes, hello, maybe. First of all, with this effort.
Okay.
When I wait inside, we see una effort 100% because even them participate, they participate so. Now they participate like group. You know, say if you didn't do, we go must make a point of duty for being part of the physical meeting. So we know say we can at this country for all for and we live in. If we do this, I just decide that action. So we pardon now because already we know say we get important thing where we need for understand. Not so like we no more where they not do where we know say I for go meeting but not the go meeting. We know say na Isla una the whole. So already we exempt now. I hope you understand that.
Yeah, I don't understand. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. The only thing we need in our cooperation financially and mentally, not so physically and per se, but at times if you're able physically, you for make a point of duty.
Yeah, I understand. Okay? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Salon baby.
Right. Yes, sir.
You clear?
It's clear, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. Now we are still on Roman 3. They say the executive committee at each level of the party shall have the power to decide on any of the disciplinary measures against any of its members as specified in subsection 2 above. Every member shall have. Yeah, now what the type of talk here is? They say all the the executive committee. All the executive committee, because the executive committee and then comprise back and then comprise the advisory committee. Okay, with the Canada area, yeah. Now, every member shall have the right of a fair trial, of a fair hearing in all matters that affect him with regard to discipline. Now, just like why we don't talk, see, anybody will commit a crime, we then tell we say this man, this we take and say na alleged, not approve am. When they say Salon baby, na do this, one time they can't take a fine or fine you or punish you based on the constitution. No, you are innocent. Just an allegation we receive. When we receive this allegation, I make the talk as yes. Now Roman 6 say every member shall have the right for a fair hearing in all matters that affect him with regards to discipline. When the disciplinary committee they write to say, Salon maybe now this he don't do, they say that this he don't do. So the committee now get the evidence. They actually say now you deny, say not to say B, okay. Now they still get the evidence that they prove this based on what you do. If you say not so, they send the evidence, they see him, and based on that, later they find you guilty. Now from there now, they will make, but then they give audience, they talk, they explain. Now make them say every member shall have the right of a fair hearing. Fair, we be say that a plain field. Anybody too far away now they explain. The member all man they listen to you. When they find you guilty now, they use one of the punishment now based on the gravity of the crime we commit. If you be say for fine you, they fine you. If you be say you're an executive member, you hold a position of office, therefore remove you from the office based on the gravity, the amount, yes, based of the weight of the crime we commit. So you see now, okay. The National Advisory Committee shall be notified through the next higher organs of the party of all disciplinary actions taken against any member. This advisory committee, they inform them. They inform the executive committee, the advisory committee. They inform the executive committee for any action, because the executive committee, a good number of the executive committee, and they form the advisory committee, So they make for any decision so far when they want to take the advisory committee and they sit down from the chairman. The National Advisory Committee shall be notified through the next higher organs of the party branch of all disciplinary action taken against any member of the party, and records of short actions shall be kept. For anything when they take against you, any action, the records, the action, everything they keep by, they document them. See that this time to come, the auditor himself, maybe he get for pass round. Now we get appeal. You get a right for appeal for anything so far when you make, you get right for appeal at the higher organs of the party. Saying that this, me, we make sure, okay, we reinvestigate that back, provided if they don't pass judgment on them. They give only, now 5 days. They may say 30. But me suggest, say, let be 5 days until we still do on the make. For anybody back who say the 5 days is small, instead they come up, if he says the 5 days is cool, instead they come up with in make. I say any member aggrieved by a decision of any of the organs of the party in portions of Article 8 of this Constitution shall have the right of appeal within, they say 30 days. So me say, I suggest, say, no, use 5 days of the decision to be immediate higher organs of the party. So make the higher organs of the party, may look at that. So, and then now we'll get the registration. Registered of members. A registered member shall be kept and maintained at every level of the party secretariat. Now we'll get yeah, now branch you get, you not get constituency, now yeah, district you get, Middle East, region, Asia, Middle East, Gulf, State of Kuwait, National Party Secretariat, Mabula, now office day, tenure of office. Tenure of office, now yeah, put 3 years. I don't know if it go small or it go cool. 3 years for to put now yeah. So therefore now, all agree say okay, the 3 years is good, or the 3 years is small, or the 3 years Boku agree. Majority.
Yeah, I want respond to the article we just on top for this. Where you say we person get issue for appeal within 30 days. Now, like the past, the issues the way we been get. People in the group, they say this not a problem. At the end of the day, then come out. So how we get for address the issues today? On which category we get for put them people in there? Because now you don't clear say where you get issue if for channel them, then time limit day where you for channel issue where they go try for settlement. But you don't can cause problem. At the end of the day, you come out. You exempt yourself from all activities of the group. Waiting and waiting to put for that time case them.
Okay. And thank you very much, Mr. Piero, for your very relevant, important question that we don't ask back. And this now, I'm not go answer this question directly to you now because yes, just like we don't make sure the punishment day. Yes. And when you appeal, that to the higher organ of the branch that they get for appeal. Yes. The higher organ. We now the central executive that they appeal. Because the advising committee, from after the advising committee, they appeal. So if you appeal now, because this thing now, we make a review. So if I can't give any answer on that, say the person at this, and office say now it don't become a law now. We don't become a law. Person go use it now. It go understand. Yeah, this days they will put.
Okay. No issue, no problem.
Yeah.
No problem. No proceed. No proceed.
Okay, yeah. Because this now after we don't do the endorsement now, maybe this day now the day to get the day we get for a debate. Because me the day I don't put on to 5. I say 5 days for appeal. There's a 30 days a boku. Me na 5 days I put say na in for appeal. So if a majority say we get majority where they support, okay, we use them. Then go adopt that.
No problem.
Okay.
Well,
so we don't come on
1 week. These days for just 1 week.
Okay, well, not a problem. Okay. So now anybody there we support the motion.
Because
they say 1 week.
The reason why make a 1 week, say now weekly we get meeting there weekly. So it go better if you send that your case this week, the other week we will get conclusion over that.
Okay. Okay, well, that's a problem. Okay, me say I support on that. So anybody will support back based on this, the days of the appeal. Say 1 week. Hello? Hello at the house?
Yes.
Yeah. No, now based on this, so one members there for me will conclude on this. The days of appeal. Now we don't agree to this 1 week.
Yeah. And the other one they don't want to wait only.
Yes, and the show now we do it now. If yes, we make at least we don't get a quorum, we support say yes. Now we two don't go, we don't support. See, it'll be 1 week because of now weekend, now weekly basis we all meeting.
Okay, Chair, me self support. I support
Okay,
for the
we don't
1
go
week.
3. Okay, we don't go 3. Next, that again. Where's Salon baby? No day. Salon baby.
Now it's 6 there. So
Hello, Salon
we don't
baby.
get 3.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't get 3. Yes.
Now 6 days.
Yeah, we did 1 person more. Salon baby, no day.
You don't
Salon
come.
baby.
Hello,
Okay. Okay. Now we on the appeal.
Yes.
The appeal.
Yes, now for you. I will do something them, but don't complete. Man don't count to now back.
Okay, okay. Okay, now we are on the appeal, Mr. Dumbuya and Salon baby.
Yeah, I
Now
listen
the appeal
clearly.
here. Okay, the appeal. Me suggest say let be 5 days, but the PRO don't put on 1 week and they explain. And I see point say because on a weekly basis with the old meeting. So if somebody get a problem, the advisory committee don't decide on that problem. They get right back for appeal within 1 week. Me don't support, Musa don't support, Samuel Musa, and now we need other people in back for support. So at least don't get a quorum. Salon baby, yeah.
yes, sir.
So wait now you take. You support the 1 week or not? Don't know. If you person
Yeah,
get
the
problem,
1 week.
yes. If you person
The
get
1 week.
problem, yes, the 1 week because now weekly we don't meeting.
Yeah, the 1 week is enough.
Okay, not a problem. Yes, Mr. Dumbuya.
Me, I believe say let go 30 days. 1 month.
Huh?
1 month. Low less than 30 days.
The man.
Now it's 6 there, so we don't get 4. We say 1 week.
Where, Dumbuya? Now 5 people that don't support. They still left for 1 week because of the time. If we left for 30 days,
No,
maybe.
make me Mr. Dumwe understand the question.
I understand.
Make me understand.
I read them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we get meeting every week. So if the person they appeal, he can appeal for the second week. If he get in suspension for this week, then the second week now he can still come to appeal. No.
Yeah.
That's the time for both person.
Well, it's okay. Lol the one side because me I not like for left behind. Lol go 1 week.
Okay. So not say that area there. We don't clarify that area for 5 days now. Okay. Now under the tenure of office, well then from this book here, the tell me say it will be 3 years. So
The 3 years not bad.
okay. Okay, now we know, now understand under the advisory committee, the people with the head back that committee, because you know so the last time the meeting was all Friday, they asked me a question. They say why the treasurer also be the financial secretary like this. They say like
Working at the 3 years.
In terms of office.
The time of office.
Yeah.
The years the way possibly protect the office. Yes, before they make back election or convention. I mean, 3 years.
I want to ask question that side. Now they don't put 3 years, but saying everybody protect some of the office. Okay, but if that person they inside that office, they do well. They go according to we the members, the also one committee, they go. It's possible for Pulane or until it's done in 3 years.
Yes, it's possible for law Pulam because it didn't have the constitution. Negligence of duty.
Exactly.
With the Pulam. Now we only agree with the Pulam possibly. I like the chairman. If you know the work,
Of
so
course.
how we want to play in work, if 75% of the members then don't still pull out, they pull out.
Of course.
Thank you.
Okay.
And the 3 years old they talk about, now after we don't make election, not so now, when we don't make election, the time where everybody they serve, now 3 years. After 3 years, we make other election. I hope you understand that side of it.
Okay, for now, then you can make election. For after 3 years,
yes, we get for make election. Not so now. Yes, we get for make election. We get for make election. Obviously, we get for make election.
Okay.
But we not get
Is there
time
a
for
winner,
election. But we get for make election.
Okay. I don't understand.
Okay. And yeah, under the
Hello, they don't
advisory
understand.
committee,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
under the
Hello, maybe
advisory
not that.
committee, we
No,
are
I don't
asked
understand. I don't understand.
Okay,
the people that will comprise and okay.
Logo.
And okay, I suggest the other way I say Mr. Dumbuya, we go do now the final editing for Kautam. Me I suggest say under the publicity secretary, we'll put the public relation officer. That may suggest. I don't know.
No problem. Because the functions there, the don't know.
Yeah, the function and now the same function did it as a PRO.
Simple. Very important.
Yeah. And back I suggest
posting background. Posting background no good.
Yeah.
Adam say.
Conclude.
Yeah. Mr. Dumbuya, under Article 6, me I suggest for me add although the executive committee shall have the power to establish other offices as it may deem necessary. Yes. Yeah, of course. So I want for the editing now, let's add the youth leader, financial secretary, and the child lady. They're added at the list of the branch executive. Yeah.
Okay, pa.
Under the branch executive, the youth leader, financial secretary, and because the PRO also PRO.
Let we try conclude now.
Yeah. Okay. Now don't come to an end now. So I let you know when I get forward tomorrow. I got you power. So far so good. That's all. Don't end. Don't round them back. Don't do that. Don't do all thing now. So, Salome maybe.
Yes, sir.
We ask you for giving out the vote of thanks and the closing prayer.
Wait for Upan Timini.
Amen.
Hello. Salam alaikum.
Yeah.
We not end and find it too. He left one page.
Yeah, I see something come up.
Yeah, okay. We are on the registration.
Yeah, registration.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the registration of member.
Okay. Yeah, registration of member.
Yeah.
I'll be on the school because that too. Once I call for constituency, branches, Middle East, Asia, and we don't go that 10 of office. They are the party manifesto. Amendment of the constitution. Yeah, now the
So
amendment of the constitution.
All land don't pass.
Yeah,
don't come on it.
Okay.
Don't touch your own.
No issue. Apata.
After the approval now,
Yeah.
I go to power. Now I know my work. I was for we get for art, we get for art. Yeah, from the publicity secretary, it change to public relation officer.
And then no issue. Make we just try no more for close. Closing the prayer part.
But in I will pass so I don't be now. Okay, go ahead, Salome.
Yeah, I got some lady.
Hello, baby, that's fine. Hello, baby, fine. No.
Give me 5 prayer.
I got one man.
Hello, baby, fine.
I mean, baby,
hello, baby, fine.
We live on YouTube.
Keep on that.
We live on YouTube.
When I can make human jealousy.
Amen.
The good things so they do the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and bless the upon we, let the power they upon we, not we will come inshallah.
Amen.
The one make we will reach for the people one for meet up 2023 inshallah.
Now, Amen. Back to
All
power.
pray that we all will get long life and well body, more for 2023 and able vote and share and happy with the victory. Inshallah.
Amina.
Amen.
How we pray at stop.
Okay, don't try.
Amen.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Host, our able treasurer.
Very plenty thank you, Chairman. God bless you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continue for you the well body, the strength, the courage, the energy for do the work for inshallah.
Amen. Salome baby.
Bye.
Okay, then, bye-bye.
Bye.
APC.
Up to power 2023.
Inshallah.
Exactly. Mashallah.